So here we are heading through Margate on our way to Kettering to head onto the ferry to Bruny Island. Margate is a small town settled around 7 kilometres south of Kingston. Margate is home to around 4,000 people.
I know a little shack way up in the hills, 25 miles from Harriettville, in the high country.
We are now around 5 kilometres away from reaching a ferry terminal.
All the stars up there, they shine so bright through the cold night air. I'm gonna build you a fire that'll burn real hot.
We're now heading through the payment booth to pay for our ferry trip.
In the high country, I've got my four-wheel drive and I'm ready to roll. I wanna go flying.
We just had to have a quick stop at the Bruny Island Gateway Cafe.
Surely be God's own. In the high country, in the high country, yeah. In the drought of 1882, the Madisons brought the cattle through.
We just had a little browse around the vessel to see what we could find and have an explore of what's around.
Up to the high country, well, I've got my four-wheel drive and I'm ready to roll. I wanna go flying up an old dirt road, up in the hills where the snow guns stand. You can see forever across this land. In the high country, that's where I wanna be, walking with you by a mountain stream. High country, that's where I wanna go. Got my bags packed, I'm ready to roll. I've got my four-wheel drive and I'm ready to roll. I wanna go flying up an old dirt road, up in the hills where the snow guns stand. You can see forever across this land. I'm heading for the high country, heading for the high country. I'm heading for the high country. It's where I wanna go. High country. Got my bags packed, I'm ready to roll up to the high.
As you can see, we are following a black MG through the Bruny Island neck, and it had no indication whatsoever for when it wanted to go into the neck lookout.
High country. Heading for the
So here we're pulling into the bread fridge. It's a few minutes out of Alona on Bruny, and it's where very, very nice homemade wood-fired bread, pizza dough, biscuits and stuff is. The spot where we are camping is Lunawanna. It is about 10 minutes away from Alona.
You almost hit a root and you end up in a ditch. You can't pull forward and you can't back out. You're sitting there thinking what you gonna do now.
You'd be a little nervous if a cop showed up, 'cause you drank a little, maybe just a little too much. Waiting on a tow truck takes too long. It's 2 in the morning, who you gonna call?
Mates, damn good mates.
We have decided to take the dogs for a walk and go for a ride, enjoying the scenery along the way.
Mates, damn good mates. You can count them all on one of your hands. Got 100 friends and a couple of damn good.
The block we are staying at is a road off Cemetery Street in Lunawanna.
On a Saturday night, this little Bruny
When we got back to camp, we found a little scorpion and started playing with it.
You're out on the floor in the middle of a song.
Well, about that time a wreck shows up, steering you down, getting all bowed up. He's a big old jacked up SOB.
As night fell, we headed down to the beach to see the bioluminescence. It was absolutely amazing.
A few seconds later he's starting to sink. It ain't one-on-one, it's one-on-three. Mates.
As morning rose, we were up on the road again, heading to Adventure Bay for fresh fruit ice cream.
But then you gotta
Seeing as we were at the beach and I had my rods, I decided to go for a fish. I didn't catch anything. I was using a soft plastic that was too light. Right now we are heading up to one of my friend's properties to have some drinks and play games. The road was so bumpy that it nearly knocked the kayak off the roof. As the next day came around, we headed into Alona to find a good coffee shop for the morning. And later we went for a walk around the jetty to see if there were any good fish around.
You can count 'em all.
As this was the last day of the trip, we decided to treat ourselves with some good quality views.
Oh, damn good mates.
As you can see, we are waiting for our ferry to arrive for us to go on it and get back to the mainland.